What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We got an interesting one today. So without further ado or any of my normal jokey bullshit, I want to get right into this, and I really am dying to know what you guys think about this. So I'm going to read this post that I found on the Midjourney Discord yesterday, and we're going to break it down a little bit. So essentially what the post goes to say is, "Hi everyone, after about a month hiatus, I have returned with an exciting announcement about my personal project that I've made using Midjourney. I have been exploring a special prompt that I will be publishing at a later date. I have created hundreds of images using it, and after many weeks of fine-tuning and curating my gens, which are his generations, I chose my top 3 and had them printed on canvas after upscaling. I entered into the Colorado State Fair Fine Arts Competition, the digital arts category. I won first place. Here are the results. I've set out to make a statement using Midjourney in a competitive manner, and wow, I could not be more excited about having won with my favorite piece, the Teatro de Opera Espacial, which is like the space opera, basically. So at first I'm going, okay, what the fuck? So I look at the photo here and I see this. This is an actual photo of the ribbon with the piece on the wall with the little title placard on here. And I'm going, okay, well, it doesn't say anywhere that this is AI generated. And he said digital arts category. So now we're in a heavy gray area here. Technically, yes, it's digital. It's generated on a computer. But what they didn't know is that it's generated by a computer. Now, in the comments, you can see, and we're not going to go through them all, there's a lot of conversation out here, but a lot of people saying, amazing, did you tell them that it was AI made? And his response to this says, yes. The description clearly stated I created them via Midjourney. Now, if you don't know what Midjourney is, that doesn't mean shit. That could be Procreate, that could be Krita. So he doesn't say AI generated. So I think that's very careful wording on his part. And he goes on to defend this position. And I don't think that the judges knew. I don't think that the person curating the competition knew. In one of the comments, he says, when I brought it in, they asked me if I made it on a computer, and he said, yes, I made it on a computer, and they said you have to enter into the digital arts category. Now, what that tells me, if they read the entrance form and it says the title via Midjourney, and then they ask if you made it on a computer, they obviously don't know what Midjourney is. And this kind of goes to the heart of what my issue is sometimes here, that I worry less about AI itself, but more the people, because technology, look, this is a big debate, but is generally neutral. It's the people using the technology that really create the problem. So, I mean, you can see he never said AI in any of his defenses here. He never said this is AI generated. He said Midjourney. What do you guys think? Should this dude have won? Should he have even qualified for the competition? Did he miss an opportunity to actually elevate the conversation about AI-generated art in a real-world public forum, right? Or did he just kind of go another route and just want to be like kind of pull his dick out without saying that like it's an implant? Okay, so halfway through me filming my first video, a buddy of mine texted me and said this got picked up by Vice, and then I also found out that there has been a huge Twitter conversation happening here. Meanwhile, I've been trolling around on the Discord where it's just me just communicating with some people, but there is a fucking huge conversation happening here. I want to shout out Janelle Jamalan, Nanda Sukan for actually posting this either earlier today or last night. This is huge. This is a big conversation. So he or her title to this, I think, is absolutely perfect. It says, someone entered an art competition with an AI generated piece and won the first prize. And then they say, yeah, that's pretty fucking shitty. And I could not agree more. So I have actually had to re-record this. I recorded this already, and it didn't record the audio, so I've got to do it again. But holy shit. So we're going to talk about the Twitter feed real quick, and then we're going to talk about what they say on Vice. Oh my Atlanta, this is absolutely nuts. So there's a lot of comments in here, and we're not going to read through all of them. But for the most part, most people seem to be in agreement. There's a few outliers who say like, oh, this is no different than a camera replacing a painter. I would argue that's the third dumbest thing I've heard this week. A lot of people chiming in here that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, just like everywhere else in life. So we'll just take it for what it is. And that is a wonderful cross section of the world that we live in. But I am so happy to see that this conversation is absolutely blowing up. Sorry about my stupid face here. It's kind of in the way. So it says an AI-generated artwork won first place at a state fair fine arts competition, and artists are pissed. Thank you. Yeah, we are fucking pissed. Jason Allen, AI-generated work, the douchebag de spécial, took first place in the digital category at the Colorado State Fair. This dude who posted originally Incarnate, his name is Jason Allen, and this is something that I did not know. He is the president of Colorado-based tabletop gaming company Incarnate Games, which to me makes this so much worse, because if you're a tabletop gaming company, you hire artists to do this, and now this is the first example of what I've been talking about. Any company can be counted on for only one thing, and that is they are going to save a buck where they need it. To every single person who said this won't affect real artists, there's 2 layers of you're fucking wrong here. Fuck, I hate being right. In this case, I really hate being right. But anyway, this clown, Jason Allen, who is president of Colorado-based tabletop company, said he won in this category. The image, which he printed on a canvas, depicts yada yada yada. We already talked about it. He used Midjourney. They're kind of breaking it down. Then they talk about the title to the Twitter feed, which is someone entered a competition and won the first prize. And yeah, that's pretty fucking shitty. And it's fun to say that again because you really nailed it, Janelle. Fucking high five, crushing it. So another Twitter user wrote, we're watching the death of artistry unfold before our eyes. Thank you. It ain't a stretch, you know, and this reply gained over 2,000 likes. Thank you so much. It is what it is. It's what we've been saying. Look, you have to be an absolute idiot to not see this coming. And it upsets me so much when I see really respected artists defending this shit. Like, come on, guys, like, pull your fucking Wacom pens out of your ass and shove them up your nose where they belong. I knew this would be controversial, this dude said in the Discord. How interesting is it to see how all these people on Twitter who are against AI-generated art are the first ones to throw the human under the bus? Are you fucking actually saying that? I'm about to lose. They're against you. You're a fucking scumbag. You know, I really wanted this to be kind of fair, but we're just getting me. We're just fucking mauling out here. Let's fucking go. So Motherboard, they reached out to Alan, who replied that he was embarking on a 12-hour drive and could not immediately comment. Obviously that's true because you've been so reliable and honest and transparent so far. Of course you are. You should be fucking ashamed. Yesterday, as soon as I saw this Discord, I looked up the contest and I looked up the contacts for the people who would judge this department, and I called them and I left 2 voicemails and then I sent them an email. And they replied to me immediately and they said, thank you, we will certainly take this under consideration. Now at that time, I didn't know that they are very likely being bombarded with communications. I really thought I was the only one. That's a little naive on my part, but I am so glad that this is blowing up. And there was a small little part of me who thought like, oh, I'm going to be the first one to talk about this. And like, who fucking cares about that? The important thing is that this conversation is happening, and it's happening in a big way already. So Dipshit, whatever the fuck his name is, said that the critics are judging the art by the method of its creation, and that eventually the world will recognize AI art as its own category. Yeah, cool. It's not there yet, so you're obviously being completely disingenuous about this. Go punch yourself in the dick right now. We'll wait. Did it feel good? It felt good knowing that you did it, even though you didn't. This dude has, in my opinion, he has one fucking option, and that's to apologize to the judges of the fair, to apologize to the second and third runner-ups at the contest at the fair, to return his prize, and to accept full responsibility for dishonesty and being duplicitous. And if he wants to word it a certain way that like, yeah, I really thought I communicated, I wasn't aware, like, that's on you, dude. Like, do what you got to do. But The fact that you're doubling down and defending this is absolute horseshit. Allen said he clearly labeled his submission to the State Fair as Jason Allen via Midjourney, which we talked about, and once again noted the human element required to produce the work. He said, I generated the image with MJ, I do passes with Photoshop, and I upscaled. First of all, upscaled? He constantly mentions I upscaled. Is that a fucking joke? I pushed a button to make it bigger? I'm an artist. I do passes with Photoshop? What the fuck does that mean? Passes with Photoshop means what? You like adjust a curve? Are you compositing these images? I guarantee you if he was doing anything more than just, I don't know, bringing it into Photoshop to upres it or doing a slight color move, he would explain that in great detail to defend himself, but he's not. Also, he said, and I don't know if I talked about this in the earlier part, but he says, I'm not stopping now. This is only emboldened my mission. This dude is an absolute clown. This is the real problem. It's AI isn't as much as the problem as the people. So this is completely blowing up. Dude, let's have this conversation. Is this dude completely dishonest, or do you think that this is okay? Some people actually seem to think that this is actually fine. Let's find some more nuggets here real quick to wrap this shit up, because I think I made it pretty clear how I feel about this. And I have really been getting into this with some people on the Discord, and for the most part, it's actually been very civil. Here's a comment that I would like to say. This person is incredibly self-aware. They say, I enjoy making AI-generated pics as well, but I would never call myself an artist making art because I did literally nothing. Entering an AI-generated piece should have been obviously morally objectionable for that person. I couldn't agree more. It seems so obvious, and the fact that we even have to dig into this and have a conversation about it gives you a very good insight into this person's moral compass or lack thereof. I would love to hear from any of the people that work for him. I guarantee you that there's not good stories. He either has super high turnover, or the vendors, artists that he hires either don't get paid or will never work for him again. I'm just pulling that out of my ass, but it kind of tracks. Here's my favorite comment though. Y'all sound no different than boomers complaining about invention of Photoshop, man. Yeah, I hate Photoshop. Isn't Photoshop the worst? Which sounds no different than complaining about the invention of texting. No different than the damn parents complaining about the damn television. No different than the damn. Yeah, she nailed it. Somebody marry this chick and have kids quick. There needs to be more of these people in the world. This is delicious. More. Yeah, I mean, abso-effing-lutely. Holy shit on a fucking biscuit. Normally, I really want to keep it calm and rational and report on the facts, but like in this case, fuck all that shit. Fuck this clown. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this. All right, man, I'm out. And thanks again, everyone who comments, likes these photos, watches these videos. Thank you so much. We don't have a huge channel, but I love the conversations that we're having. And if you get down in there and let me know, you know I'm going to answer. You know I'm going to tell you what I think. And I really look forward to the dialogue. All right, guys. Much love.